on the playground because we're able to deal with something like record type, something like object manager. We're able to actually work on all those most of those things they will actually want us to do on Lightning App Builder. And then there was a time in this class we built one one page Lightning application that we name it contract corner. Something like that is what we're also going to do. We've been able to build our object manager. Then the object manager that we build, we need to build an application that we're going to name a project tracker that's going to help us to house our projects. So in that project, in the way we can go to sales application, when we go to sales applications, there are different items we can find on sales application, like sales, like cases, like opportunity, lead, tags, event, activities, so many. Even we also added our projects that we created in this class on that same sales application. That's the same way we want to also build our own sales application this evening, so that when we build our sales application, we're going to make it to house our project item or our project object. We all know that we build the custom object called project. Then apart from that, I made mention of junction objects the other time, and it's one thing that we've not demonstrated, which I look at the exam guide because I don't want to leave any stone unturned in this class. I just say, okay, how am I going to integrate junction objects into our project objects, how we can build a relationship, because custom junction object has to do with relationship in a sense that is dealing with many to many relationship. How we can have, let's say we have three custom objects apart from project object that we created. We also have another object that we can use. Let's say the another custom object we can have in that regard, because I did some research, happen to be team member object. Then, and apart from that, we also need another object that will form our junction object that we can call project team member junction object. Now, when we have our team member objects, that means that the people that are going to form the team on that project, we want to group them together under one particular object. Then when we have an object like that, will be the second object now, apart from the project object that we've actually built. Then we need another object called junction object, so that junction object simply means it's going to be in between the two objects. It's going to be between the project object and then team member object. So that object that will be at the middle is being referred to as junction object. Right on that junction object, you can easily connect with another master object, which is a custom object project. We can as well use that junction object called project team member to actually connect with team members objects. That is the connection there. It's just to establish a relationship whereby you have one object forming the details object of two different master objects in the Salesforce. Then we look at that one as well. We look at record type. We just discussed theoretically on the record type because we've been able to deal with record type. We discuss installation projects. We also discuss production objects. That's helps us to actually build parts. And apart from that, we're able to give it its own pick list. One pick list for the installation, another pick list for the production record type. At the same time, we're able to build new two different page layout for them. All these things being put together, at the end of the day, you establish all those relationships, you build all those objects on a tool called Object Manager. Then apart from that, there is another tool called Lightning App Builder. Both should come together because when you have any objects, they are intertwined kind of. When you have one object, there must be a Lightning App Builder that will help you to build an application that is going to house your object or your custom object at the end of the day. Now, when we discuss a Lightning App Builder, if you're a new beginner into the Lightning experience, first you should know all this is that the definition of a Lightning App Builder, what is a Salesforce app, what are the different kind of pages you have in Lightning, what are the difference in Lightning page and classic page. You know, we have a classic, we have Lightning page. At least now we should know how we can switch between the two different pages whereby we can go to Lightning experience. Then if you have any business to do at the classic, you can just switch to classic and go there. And then how to open Lightning App Builder, where you can go to open Lightning App Builder. By time you go to your edit page or you go to the setup, from the setup you type in Lightning App Builder, then you'll be able to access Lightning App Builder. Apart from that, you can as well access app through when you go to setup. By time you type in app manager, definitely you'll be able to access a Lightning App Builder, because the Lightning App Builder is where you build a new app entirely on Salesforce platform. And by definition, Lightning App Builder is a point and click tool that makes it easy to create custom pages for the Salesforce mobile app and Lightning experience. It simply means that you're not going to engage in any coding to make use of Lightning App Builder, because when it has to do with building an application, I believe what we're kind of used to, what we're kind of acquainted with, has to do with imperative coding, whereby people engage in coding or using different programming language like Python, like Apex, like Java, like C++, or different form of programming language to actually build an application. But the kind of application we're talking about in Salesforce is that we already have pre-built a component that we're going to drag and drop together, combining to actually build our application without engaging in app coding. And however, when you edit a Lightning app from the app manager, because Lightning app, the app manager is where you can actually edit your Lightning app. If for any reason you don't want to edit any application or an existing application on your platform or your Salesforce platform, where you need to go to is the app manager. App manager will help you to do all that. Now, if you need to edit object, where do you need to go to? If I may ask us that question, you go to Object Manager. And if you need to edit an application, you go to Lightning App Manager. App Manager is where you go to. And if you want to access App Manager, where you go to is the setup. From setup, you type in App Manager. Right away, you will see where you'll see different application you already have on the platform, be it custom application or be it standard application. By now, we should know the one that is being, we can refer to as custom application, and also the one that can be referred to as what, standard application. You can update the app, you can give it different images, you can give it branding options, you can give it utility, where means you have some maybe log call or make calls, phone calls at the foot of your application. You know, you can do all those stuff on the Lightning Lightning app builder. Those are the things you can just make happen on Lightning app builder pages assigned to app on the Lightning app builder. Now, what is Salesforce app? Let's just look at it. What is the definition of Salesforce app? Just for when my one way or the other know the definition of an application even before we come to this class. But one thing about applications, we'll be using different application on our phone, different one way or the other. Facebook application, WhatsApp application, Instagrams, and one way. There is no way in this modern world of information technology or transiting to augmented reality or artificial intelligence that we can do without an application. Even every one of us, before we sleep tonight, will still one way or the other use one application. Maybe you want to order something online or want to social media platform on one way or the other. So it's just a general thing about application because but normally we define in Salesforce perspective, whereby what we engage on in Salesforce has to do with connecting customers on one singular platform uh, through Salesforce software. An application is a collection of items that work together to serve a particular function. A Salesforce app comes in two flavors. We can have the one in Classic, we have the one in Lightning apps, and are created and managed by Classic. The Lightning app are managed in Lightning Experience. So we have the one that is being managed. If the one that has to do with Classic is being managed by Classic, the one that has to do with Lightning Experience, which is the one that we have business with at this point, we're going to be dealing with it on Lightning Hub, which is has to do with Lightning managing Lightning Experience or App Manager is where we go to ourselves. I think at that one too, you can really see those ones that happen to be in Classic by the time you go to the Lightning App Manager. How the Lightning App Builder works. Single page app that drill down on into standard pages. We have been going to Lightning applications, Lightning App Builder, all this while. When we go to where we have that playlist that we drag a component as to make it feasible at the front end. What we have been making use of is the Lightning App Builder. Anytime we get anything done like that, we make use of Lightning App Builder. So and apart from that, dashboard styles have such as app to track top sales, prospect, create lead, all those things application we talk about marketing application, sales application, all these things, they are all possible because of the what Lightning App Builder is doing for us. Then the point apps to solve a particular task. You don't just build an application on Salesforce platform. It has work that it does for you. And what does it do for you? Maybe to manage a sales process. The way we build, the way we're going to build an application now to house to track our project simply means it's a connection of different items, components being bring together on one singular platform to actually help us to manage anything that has to do with project. I try to make reference to what we've actually built in this class so that you can really give us deep understanding of what we're trying to establish. And the good thing now, at this point, all these things I'm trying to say won't be strange to us. So you can use it to custom record page as well for your objects tailored to the needs of your users. Anything that you are doing that has to do with customs, maybe custom objects, custom standard objects, all these things generally they happen to be what you need to just do to actually maybe the standard object that you have within your org or applications, they are not really kind of giving you all the functionality that you want. What do you do at the end of the day? You need to customize something. If you cannot enhance the existing standard object or application that you have, what you can do is to build another one that you can tailor to actually help you to achieve your goal. When we're building our custom object, we were giving in different formula validation, we're giving in different fields and all those stuff. Trying to do what? We're trying to tailor that particular object to actually help us to meet the need of having anything to that has to do with our project that will help us to capture all the necessary data at the end of the day. So these are the things you actually do with the applications or building an object or making or enhancing or modify an existing standard object. You can actually add more field to an existing standard object or an application on Salesforce platform. What will help you do all that is your Lightning App page, Lightning App Builder, and your Object Manager in Salesforce platform. So all these things we have been doing all this time, it's just for you as a Salesforce administrator, since we've got into this learning objective, is to actually help us to be able to make good use of Object Manager as a tool on Salesforce platform, and also the Lightning App Builder. Those are tools on Salesforce platform that will help you to do things declaratively. That is it. There is no any other thing that is just going to help you to get done at the end of the day, rather than it helping you to actually add one or two things together, bring in different components to actually make things. Then in a Lightning page that's what we call a Lightning app page has what we call custom layout that lets you design pages for using Salesforce mobile app or Lightning experience. Then Lightning template divide into different pages and into regions. What we have been dealing with now, you can notice that when we enter a particular page, that you can have it being demarcated into regions, being demarcated into different pages. Why? Just because the template that you decide to pick at the end of the day, you have option to say you want to go by the one of 2 regions, 3 regions, 4 regions, or the one that is just vertical like that. The structure of a Lightning page adapt for the device it filled on. That is it, because there is a form factor when you are using your Lightning app, using the Lightning app builder, that will ask you, do you want to make it to be the kind of, there is a form factor. That form factor actually helps us to say what I'm building, I want it to be adaptable to both desktop and mobile phone. But if you pick that, okay, when you are building and you say, I only want the form factor to make use of only desktop, that means that particular application is not going to be accessible on a mobile app. That's what it means. There is that kind of flexibility for you to just pick between different form of object that you're building or application, to say you want to make it phone enabled, both phone, mobile phone as the same time as desktop enabled at the end of the day. Lightning page, we have 3 types of Lightning pages in Salesforce. These are 3 types of Lightning pages. Please take note. This can actually come out in the multiple choice questions, whereby they give you what are the 3 types of Lightning pages in Salesforce. You have app page that will help you to create a home page for a third-party app that you can add directly into Salesforce mobile app or Lightning Express application menu. Your users then have an app home page. There is an home page where anytime we land on our let's say application, that is where we have home page that you can use Lightning application to edit, to make some event to be accessible. When your end users are logging into the platform for the first day, this is where they will be able, every day they will be able to see latest events. They will be able to access reports, dashboard. If there's anything they want to bring to their notice, is where they can have it. And is that home page, you can as well launch a flow to actually make, to always give your workers, your employees, a kind of inspiration messages that can really ginger them for the day, so to say. On Salesforce platform, we're going to as well build something like that on automation that's going to really welcome our end users to really greet them for the day and all that. Homepage creates home pages which feature relevant specific type of users. Depending on the kind of users you want, homepage will be customized. That different users can have different homepage depending on how you give their profile when you were building that homepage using your Lightning App Builder. You customize the page to different users profile combinations. So custom homepage are supported in Lightning Experience only. Take note of that. Homepage is being supported by Lightning Experience only. That means it's not supported in Classic. Record pages, we have record page as well. I'll be going to record page to do something as well. That means the way you can edit things using Lightning App Builder. You can also use Lightning App Builder to edit record page, to build new record page. With a record page, you can create a customized vision of an object record page. All these subjects that we have, there is a way you can use record page. When I click on that lightning icon and I click on edit page, I normally land on the Lightning App Builder. That's what this is just referring to, how you can use Lightning App Builder to customize, tailoring it to your users' needs, and depending on what you want them to see, that they will be able to see. And that's what is going to take us to dynamic form. And apart from dynamic form, we have object specific action, which we're going to also demonstrate in this class this evening. We have homepage, create a welcome experience for all users, organizational wide default page. Then individual page can be assigned to one or profile for a role specific to their content. That landing page that we have, I will show us just to draw, to also bring it to our consciousness. We have been saying it before now, and I will also let you know that does that, what we use to tailor or configure that particular home page happen to be the Lightning App Builder. Organizational wide default page, at the same time, how you can use the Lightning App Builder to actually recreate and customize it, create a welcoming experience for all users. I said it, you can actually use a flow to actually create a welcoming experience. That's what we call the custom label. That's when you go to setup, you go to custom label, you put some sentence there, then you use Flow to launch it as an automation on the home page. It's going to launch there. You use Flow to build it, but at the same time, you're going to launch at the front. And if you want to make that welcome messages to always come frequently, that's where you will go. We're also going to customize something like that, which we do at the end of the day. Record detail page, whenever we create a new record, there is a record page that we have been accessing before now, whereby we create maybe John LLC. Then let's say that John LLC happen to be a contact. Let's say John is from John LLC and it happened to be a contact. By the time you click on that record page, you will see it's going to open. Then you see all the activity, you see all the chatter, you see all the highlight panel here, whereby you can edit new create case, and this can happen through object specific button that you can create on a contact object. And then when it happens, you have all these pages openings whereby you'll be able to edit record page. And when you click on setup, you can actually go and edit it. You can rearrange it how it's going to appear and all those things, all just like that. So in record detail page, you can customize the detail page for standard and custom object. Your existing method data power the experience. Actually, you already have a existing structure. All what you just need to do is to go to the app manager, Lightning App Builder, to actually get the job done. Then page layout control field, related links and action, Compound layout control the field in the highlight panel. The compound layout is highlight. This is highlight panel. As you can see, those one appearing at the upper part as where you have the header of your page. You have the compact layout that's going to help you. You can as well use a object manager to actually configure the compact layout. So the lightning app component. Now, let me just show us this. Salesforce 1 simply means the mobile. Then Salesforce 1 tablet simply means all this tablet. The Lightning experience, normally our laptop or desktop or whichever one we're using, flat screen, happen to be the Lightning experience desktop. So we have them in different form. What Lightning pages help us to do through form factor, give us experience on our phone, experience on our tablet, experience on our laptop. Then, when you go to this is the page I've been going to. This is Lightning App Builder. We have been going there, whereby we use it to kind of edit, do different things. When we edit, what do? We activate at the end of the day. It simply means from there, you can do so many things. If there's any component you want to make appear at your front end, what do you need to do? You search for it, you pick it, and you drag it, you drop it on the canvas. Definitely, by the time you activate, make it organizational wide default, or you make it visible to a particular profile, at the end of the day, you follow all the necessary prompts. Definitely, by the time you save, it's going to be available at the front end. So a Lightning component is a compact, configurable, and reusable element that you can add to the Lightning page in Lightning App Builder. All these are this panel here. This is where you have all the necessary component you can actually drag and drop. They are all reusable depending on what you want to actually use it to achieve at the end of the day. So master all these tools very well. It's really going to help you to configure things on Salesforce platform. And apart from that, by the time you be able to understand so well how you can make use of your Lightning App Builder, Object Manager, your job is outdone in Salesforce, because this is where you configure so many things, you work around so many things to make things happen. This is where you perform the magic. Even when you still build flow, many of the flow, most especially screen flow, you still have to come to this page, Lightning App page, to actually make it functional and make it responsive at the front end for your end users purpose. Lightning components support the following. These are the things that Lightning components support. It supports standard component. It supports the custom component. It supports third-party component. That means when you talk about third-party component, that means all the component you cannot find or application that are not available on the Salesforce platform. There is a third-party application that you can have access to called App Exchange. We're going to get there. App Exchange is a marketplace whereby you can find different applications that all these developers, some guys are making good money selling different apps, on the App Engine. They specifically build different apps, and this community, the App Engine platform has so many applications. There are in thousands. There are so many. Some you can get it for free. Some you need to pay. Your company need to pay. So maybe at the end of the day, they look around this, all the application they have on the platform is not really meeting up their needs, or they don't really have enough time to actually configure, build, to engage the developers and admin, or majorly the developers and the software engineer to actually build a new application, because it can take some months, it can take some weeks. Then they can decide to just go and look for an application on App Exchange. App Exchange is just like a marketplace whereby you can buy things. You can buy the market that people go to buy stuff. But in this marketplace, all what you can have available there happen to be applications. So it's where you can just go and buy different application and it will be available for you to use, for your end users to use on your platform. Your company will actually make a provision to actually purchase it at the end of the day to make good use of it on your platform. So we have app manager. You can navigate app manager navigations. Each app like Lightning Experience has horizontal navigation bar whereby which used to access items and functional app. We're all used to this one already. When we go to the front end, for us to navigate maybe sales application, we have been going there all this while to navigate it. It has an home page. You can see where you have maybe reports, today's events. If there's any upcoming events, is where you can have it. If there any kind of welcome message you have on your company, this is where they can have it, depending on the kind of profile that your end users are. Also determine how their home page is going to appear to them at the end of the day. Then we have different lead, account, contact, opportunity reporters, and all the rest. So many different form of um, item you can navigate through. We all know how to navigate this at this point. I believe we are becoming Salesforce Pro now. Lightning application. So there are these different subtopic here. We have app menu, app manager, utility bar, global actions, dynamic actions, object specific actions, lightning page performance, dynamic forms. So we just look at those ones by the time we get to the playground. And adding utility bar, where you try to when you use the Lightning app builder, there's where you have option where you can add the Lightning utility bar. So if you want to add it, you add it. And these are the things you can have on the add utility items. You can make call history, different history concerning that the call you are making. Then at the same time, there is a way this is the utility bar, they integrate it with open CTI soft phone of a thing, whereby you can make call on the platform and whatever has to do with the history of the call you make and everything will as well be available. Then whereby you can configure it to have an agent online that will be actively engaging the end users. I need to just round up all this one. Global actions, you are all used to global actions by now. You know what you can do with global actions. How it's also mobile enabled. It's work on mobile phone as well. You can make the global action we configure the other time. You can use it to create record. That means allow you to create a new object entirely. Configuration in global action can define a setup in global action. By the time you go to global actions, you search for global action. This is where you type in global actions to actually create a new global actions button for your where you have that plus. And apart from that, it has its own publisher, it has its own layout whereby you can quick save or you save it to make it available to your end users at the front end. Object relationship. There is no automatic relationship. Now take note. Any 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 object you use a global action to create, it doesn't have automatic relationship between the record that you created and any other record. Just take note of that. If you use a global action, it doesn't have automatic relationship unlike the one you create by object specific action, which I'm going to show you that one. You go to the object manager, you look for the button, that one, you see create object actions there. Then if you use that one to actually create an object, it has a relationship automatically with an existing object within your org or something. But if it is a global action, it's not directly like that with your existing relationship. Accessibility is available from the home page, shutter tab, shutter group, object page, custom lightning page, different forms. Now, these are the things you can do with global actions. We've done some in the past. You can create a record, send email, log a call. You can take note of all these things. They can ask the multiple choice question, what can you do? with global actions. These are the things you can use to create a record, send an email, log a call, custom visual force, custom canvas, lightning component. That has to do with uh, this thing. Now, this is we are all used to this, whereby you go to the plus, the global action, different global action you have available, and if you want to make more available, it's just for you to go to the global action layout to add more to the global actions to make it. If you need anybody or you want to create a new one entirely, we all can do all this at this point. Then different things you can do with global action to create an object record, campaign case, contact, event, different things you can do with it. Then there is one uh, being referred to as object specific action as well. We have object specific action. This is when you go to the object manager. From there, you go to the when you open an object you want to target with that object specific action. Let's say an account now. You go to the object manager. From object manager, you search for account. From account, you enter account. From there, you can now see action button. Then you click on it. It will ask you to create a new action. You can create it. Then the kind of object that is supported or target object, you just do it at the end of the day. Record creation or relations. Create record that are automatically associated with the related record. Any record you use action specific to create is associated with the related record immediately. Let's say our project is having a master detail relationship with account and also is having a lookup relationship with contact. So if we use our account to create, we go to an account to create a project. Just because there is an established relationship between our account and project, we can actually create a object specific action on our account to create a project. Then if we do that, that is going to have direct relationship with our account immediately. That means that particular project can happen if we, let's say, John LLC. We go to John LLC to create a project. That project is immediately having a relationship with John LLC. That's what it means. Then action types can be created. You can create a record, send email, log a call, visual force, update a record, and several other things that have to do with. At the same time, we can use it for flow as well. Supported object for creating action. Example of supported objects for to create a record action: account, campaign, case, contact, custom object, group lead, and opportunity. Object specific action now. You go to setup. From setup, you go to object manager. Then from object manager, you will see button, link, and action. When you click on this, you can actually create a new action button for object specific action. The record type is what we've done in the past. A record type is a mechanism that allows you to define different set of pick list values, page layout, and business processes. That was what we did when we created different pick lists, production and installation, at the same time assigning to a page layout. Then when we assign it to a page layout, at the end of the day, we have different record type on our project object. One is called installation, another one is production. That's one good thing we've done practically. It makes this look simple. I didn't mean we've not demonstrated all those things before. Now, if I'm talking about record type here, it's going to look so strange to us. Then we have pick list values, different pick lists we can actually build at the end of the day, page layout, business processes, then access control, all those things. They are still saying the same thing, what you can actually do using this thing is just doing all this on its own. Then parts, we have actually created parts. We virtualized using different stages and on different record type to actually help us to create processes. Now, part refer to a virtual representation of stages that a record progresses through in its life cycle. The way we created a path for our installation and for our production record type. It provides a guided, a visually intuitive way for users to understand where a record stands in a particular process. What steps are required to move it to the next stage? Paths are commonly used with standard and custom objects to streamline and guide users through specific business process. When we create the path, it's actually helping us to guide our end users where they are at a particular time, and also to monitor the activities of all the end users on our platform. Then it also helps us to visualize representation, whereby path display horizontal bar that on top of the record detail page, showing the stages a record can go through. Each stage is represented as a separate step. By the time you move from one stage to another, maybe from prospecting to maybe price quote, then it's going to be marked. Waiting again till when you go to the last stage, maybe the project is completed or the installation is being commissioned. All depends. You have the allied fields that can key information associated with the state can be enabled. We did all that. Users interaction with the part at the end of the day, customizations. Then administrator can customize part to match specific business processes. Create custom stages, tailor the guidance provided at this stage. Like the way we customize the part to actually have different things to do with installation. Another has to do with production at the end of the day. Then you can as well support for multiple objects. Part can be implemented for both standard and custom objects, making them a versatile tool for various business scenarios. And now we have a different subtopic under it already, which we've even done some. We've not done some there. We have global action, which we've done. We have dynamic action, record types, schema builder, parts, utility bars, and all the rest. So these are the things we're just going to demonstrate on the playground, then for us to really have the practical knowledge.
All right, that's a wrap up for today's video. I hope you have picked up some valuable insights and actionable tips in Salesforce ecosystem. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give this video a big thumb up. If you found it helpful, I'm Asikola Oshirikan, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more.